That's
Yeah.
much there.
Tell me about the day of the riot, the first day of the riots. You go into work in the morning.
Okay.
These riots have broken out overnight. When did you, like, what was your drive to work like that day, or like getting
my
up
drive to
that
work
day?
was normal. I got to work, and the whole other unit was up, and everybody's talking at once. I went, what's going on? Well, they had disturbances all night. Nothing major, but everybody was concerned. There's a lot of small fires, arson fires, like trash cans on fire. They said people were swarming. So the other unit finally left. We're like, okay, something's going to happen today. Well, later on, we got our first run, which was that fire where Conyers was.
Yeah.
Pulled out of quarters, went down the boulevard to 12th Street. By the time we got down to Blaine, which is probably about 10 blocks, there wasn't one window left in the rig. Everything was smashed out. We got out of the rig and ran into the fire for safety.
Wow.
That's when we went on the roof and seen all the fires. We realized this is going to be a bad day.
On the way, so you had there had been some things going on overnight, but you weren't really sure what was going on.
Right.
When did it start to sink in what was happening during the drive? Tell me about when
our rig was being pummeled with rocks and bottles all the way on 12th Street from the boulevard to Blaine. We must have took like 50, 60 hits from rocks and bottles. And 12th Street was all mom and pop shops, like shoe stores, beauty stores, hardware stores. Every one of them was being looted. Everything was being looted and set on fire. All the way up. We got up to the third alarm, and that's when we went in. The fire went up in the roof for safety, but you could hear gunfire, sporadic gunfire everywhere. Bullets whizzing.
What was the scene like on the street? You're looking out the windows probably.
Mass humanity. People swarming, completely out of control. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I watched the Detroit Police motorcycle squad, all dressed in leather, carrying Thompson submachine guns, walking, marching in unison. Like there's only 6 of them.
Yeah.
And there's 50 million people swarming everywhere.
Did they fire?
Not at that time.
But gunshots were going off
Continually. Continual gunfire.
What kind of what was the morning like? What was the night like? Was it a hot night?
Oh yeah, July. It was a hot night, and it was a blind pig arrest. That's what set the whole thing off.
Yeah.
But now it seems so insignificant, but I'm sure they were planning on doing something. Professional agitators.
Professional agitators?
Oh yeah.
Like brought in from other places overnight?
They might have been there for a couple of days.
Interesting. Okay. So
I mean, that was in the news.
Okay.
That was on the news. That was big time stuff.
Interesting. So you get to the scene. How long are you there before you see Conyers, and what was your first view of him? What was he doing?
We were probably in this fire over an hour, and we come out and there was so much stuff flying around. That's when I seen him actually get hit with a brick and go down.
What was he doing before that?
He had a bullhorn. He was trying to calm the crowd down. I picked him and the bullhorn up.
Do you recall anything specific he was saying to the crowd?
No, I really don't.
Were the crowd paying any attention to him?
Tell him get fucked, yeah. Yeah, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Anything he said was a waste of time.
All right, so what happened after you picked him up?
I picked him up, and I made sure it was okay. I checked his eyes. He looked like he was on track. I handed him his bullhorn. Meanwhile, everybody's screaming at me to get on the rig because we're being pelted by hundreds of missiles,
okay,
bottles and rocks. So we got in the rig. We took off. We ended up on Grand River somehow. The radio communication was terrible. We're on Grand River, and there's thousands of people in cars on Grand River coming to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Traffic was stopped on Grand River.
Wow.
So we're out. turn around, trying to tell these people, turn around. So we're driving down Grand River, and all of a sudden this store owner comes running out. He's like waving us down. The store next to him is on fire. Actually, the stores on both sides of him are on fire. He's waving and says, come help me get some of this stuff out. So we're getting out of the rig, and Bill O'Grady, who was like a John Wayne type, he's in the store. Gussoff, get the stretcher. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, I hope nobody's in there hurt. I run in there with the stretcher. We loaded up like 8 cases of
Beer.
but we're going to say pop, for the firehouse. Everything was going. By the time we left, the whole store was completely involved. We had no water. Squad doesn't carry water. There were no engines available.
So okay, everybody was deployed.
Yeah,
The whole city.
Yeah, and most of the suburbs. I remember seeing Dearborn Fire Department spray painting Dearborn over on their rigs so they wouldn't get blown up.
Wow.
Dearborn was supposedly a big racist town.
Oh, so they were covering it up.
Covering it up.
Wow. The fire on, what was it, 12th Street? The first fire?
Yeah.
Was that under control or out when you left?
It was it was burned up.
It was burnt up? Okay.
I mean, it was just a hulk of a building.
So the drive to Grand River probably would have been another call then? Like,
I mean, you could just stop at any fire you wanted to. I mean,
okay.
The radios weren't working. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, later on that night, well, naturally, nobody has a cell phone.
Yeah.
The rumors are rampant. How our houses are burning up in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
The fires are past Telegraph Road. I'm worried about Mom.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. So that night, I'm sitting on, me and like 4 other guys are sitting on a 2.5 under an overpass at 14th and in I-94. Westinghouse, the whole gigantic Westinghouse building, which was a large building, was on fire. It had so much copper. It was like crazy flames.
Yeah.
I mean, all these flames look crazy. We're sitting there, all of a sudden we hear this rumbling. The whole ground's shaking. Like, what the hell could do? Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Right.
We're sitting there in this big, heavy smoke, sitting in this line. All of a sudden, the Sherman tank comes out of the smoke. Everybody shit their pants.
Was this day one, the first day?
That night, yeah. Crazy. And our command post was at Engine 12. Well, I would be stationed there after the riot, but they had a command post there. They had like 3 command posts in the city where all the engines and trucks would line up, and they take the runs one at a time.
Well, okay. All right. I remember seeing pictures of that.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop this and. All right, we're going to keep going and put this a little closer. All right, tell me about the command post.
So I'm at the Engine 12 command post. And some of the guys' families brought guns in for them.
Yeah.
Because nobody knew what was going to happen. I remember one of my buddies had an M1 carbine. He went to take it out of his locker, and it fell and went off in the locker room of the firehouse. All the National Guards were running out, and the firemen were running in. Nobody knew what happened. It was pretty crazy. But this car, they had roadblocks. State police had a roadblock in front of the firehouse. This car comes down Warren Avenue, skids to stop at the roadblock, makes a U-turn, and tries to get away. And the state police machine gunned it to pieces. It crashed into the viaduct right in front of like 200 people.
What did it try to do?
They stopped at the roadblock, made a U-turn, and tried to get away after the cops told them to stop.
Oh, okay. Shit.
That was like 3 of the guys that were killed right in front of us.
Okay.
2 firemen died during the riot.
Yeah.
One of the guys on the east side, he was behind a mailbox and he looked up and took a bullet right between the eyes. The other guy was on an aerial ladder the first day of the riot. He had a metal helmet, he had electric wire, and fried it.
Metal
Young
helmet?
guy,
Yeah.
That's when they outlawed the metal helmets, which they had for 100 years.
Yeah. Tell me about Engine 34 itself, like the quarters. Where is it? Like
Engine 34. is on Livernois, just north of Warren Avenue at Walton Street. Right now it's one of the busiest engines in the city. But that time it was kind of halfway. We got a lot of fires with engine 31, engine 39, engine 27. It was a single company. I have a picture of the whole crew, by the way.
Okay, I'd like to see that.
With the couple of National Guard guys there.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen that picture?
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah, but I was only there for a year, but I enjoyed it. Yeah,
Cool.
In fact, I was there less than a year.
But you were on the squad, right?
I was permanently detailed to the squad the summer of '67.
Okay, so that day you were at Squad 4,
Right.
Not same quarters as 34.
No, Squad
Right.
4s at 31s are at McGraw on the Boulevard.
Squad 4 and 31's McGraw
Yeah.
on the Boulevard. Tell me about where is that? Oh, McGraw on the Boulevard.
Yeah.
Are either of these companies still there in the same building?
Yeah, Squad 4 is still there. Engine 31's out of service.
Okay.
But I have a good story for your brother at Squad 4.
Yeah.
He was the only one up. Just the squad was there. He was the only one up, like 10 o'clock at night. Everybody else went to bed. They had a busy day. He heard a gigantic crash. A car blasted through the front doors, crashed through a brick wall, and ended up with right in the kitchen with his gas tank leaking by the pilot light on the stove.
Oh, God.
He told me, he said, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to get everybody up and run out or whatever. So they finally got it. They flushed the gasoline down,
Yeah.
and there were like 20-some bullet holes in this car. But how's that for an exciting evening?
My God. Anything happen at work? What happened at work today? How was your day?
It's Squad 431's hollowed firefighting companies, always the busiest. And the Squad 4, me and Bill Fairweather gave him the nickname of the A-Team.
The A-Team, okay.
Yeah. And we were F Troop at Ladder 9, so.
Okay. Tell me some more about like your first year on the job. What were some things that were surprising or interesting or noteworthy about like the early days? What sticks out to you?
Well, once I got out of the training academy, I had talked about that earlier, the training academy. But when I went to the training academy, the only firehouse I ever seen was Southfield and Joy Road by Mom's house.
Yeah.
The only one I ever seen. So we get our assignments, and Jim Archibald, who was like the oldest guy in the class, he was also an Army vet, so he was very knowledgeable. He's looking at our assignments. He goes, I got Engine 3 downtown, badass company. I call my buddy Nick Cretu, badass company. He looks at mine, Ladder 8, that's 7th Battalion, you're fucked. But I wasn't. It was a great place. I really enjoyed Ladder 8. Well, as much as I could. The guys took me in.
Yeah.
Took me in.
That was your first assignment?
Yeah, first guy I met was Sergi Fresi,
Yeah.
who would be a lifelong friend. See, these guys you meet when you're a young fireman, they're not just guys you work with, they're friends the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Sergi was a friend the rest of his life.